welcome back to the MANN channel. Alright, so today, the day I'm filming this video is May 10th, and that is exactly 2 weeks post-op surgery, and actually it's just before I had surgery 2 weeks ago because it is about 9:30 a.m. here in Montana. But as you can see, I'm sitting in my boat. This is the first time I've been able to do a vlog in my boat since I broke my knee back in mid-April, because up until just recently I wasn't able to get in my boat because obviously I have to kind of use that leg to be able to get up a little bit, but things have been getting better and better. I would say that I'm recovering fairly quickly. So not quite a week ago, would have been Wednesday last week, I went ahead and pulled my drain, and I also started doing more things. So I was supposed to go pretty easy on my leg for the first week to let the incision heal mostly. So I wasn't really doing much, just kind of sitting around. I was only getting up to move around with crutches to get food or go to the bathroom, go to bed, whatever it was. I was getting up and walking around a little bit, but it was very limited, and was supposed to always be with crutches. And I was getting a little bit of crap from people because about halfway through that week, I was just using one crutch. But either way, things have been pretty good. I haven't hardly had any pain. Obviously, I can feel stuff happening, but that part of it's been great. So I've been able to kind of get back to things, and I've been doing the physical therapy workouts religiously. So I've really been able to kind of get my knee back in shape. So I'll show you some clips of me taking out my drain, and also I'll show you what it looked like right when I took the bandage off my knee. There we go. Not pressing something. Oh, yeah. So 1 week ago today, I went for a walk without crutches to the mailbox, and that went well. And at that point, I would say after a walk like that, And that was probably the amount of walking around a city block. It would just basically feel like my knees wore out, and it was pretty sore. So I would ice it and then rest it. So basically I've been doing a lot of that in the last week. The next day, so Wednesday of last week, I actually, you know, it was the first really nice day since I had been home. It was in the 70s. I was kind of really wanting to be outside and doing something. So I decided, oh, I'll go pick up dog poop. Hadn't done that in a little while. Then I said, maybe I'll do a little weed eating. And you know, if it gets to where it's too much, I'll just stop and I'll maybe pick it up the next day or the day after that. So then I got done with weed eating, and then I said to myself, maybe I'll mow the lawn or mow some of the lawn, and I'll just see how it goes. And again, if it gets to be too much, I'll just stop. And then once I was done mowing the lawn, you know, I had definitely probably overdone it a little bit. I was pretty dang wore out and sore after that. So I iced it several times the rest of that day, and I was sore. But the next day it felt great. And I think that's part of it. You know, there's a lot of, with my knee, I could put full weight on it right after surgery. So it's really, you know, after 1 week from surgery, it's really up to me how much I want to do with it and how far I can go. And I've always had a high pain tolerance. So it's kind of up to me how I'm going to limit that. And I try not to push it too far, but I think that was probably the extent of it for that day. But since then, I've done several things. Friday last week, so 2 days later, I washed my truck. And other than that, I've kind of been doing normal things, but obviously not getting around quite as quickly as I used to. And then just kind of trying to take it easy on certain things. Obviously, I'm not going to be running and jumping. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty good. And now this is not quite a week later. It'd be a week later tomorrow, because I did that on Wednesday last week. So now I'll show you what it looks like at this point. So there it is. I think it's looking really good. I'd have to look at the clips to see how much different it is from when I first pulled the bandage off. It is barely swollen in this area. And one of the ways that I can tell it's swollen is when I'm driving the car, I tend to kind of lean my knee over against the door. And once we've been done driving for about 15 minutes, I'll get out and there'll be like a dent that stays there for a while, like an impression that looks pretty crazy. So I know it's still a little bit swollen, but for the most part, it gets better every day. And actually, there's really hardly any pain. I would say the biggest thing that I feel now is it just feels pretty tight everywhere, and I have to do stretches all the time, and that's part of my workouts, my physical therapy workouts, to try to keep it loose and try to keep it to where I can do the full motions. But in general, it just kind of feels tight everywhere. So every time I get up from sitting for a while or just kind of move around in general, it just kind of feels tight. And there's little pains here and there, but for the most part, it's not too bad. So that's my update for 2 weeks post-surgery. Things are going really good. I still have just under 4 weeks before I plan to get back out on the boat and on a board, and I'll probably start out slow. I'll probably, try just a little bit of, light wakeboarding, and then also a little bit of light surfing, and then just go from there and kind of feel it out. I think this season is going to be a light season in general, but I'm going to use this season to help get my knee back in shape too. So I know this is just a video where I'm talking and there's not a whole lot going on, but that's all I've got for now. I'm not really ready to be getting out behind the boat yet, but it's coming soon. So I will follow up next week with another video to kind of let you know where I'm at with things. And I may come up with some other ideas to do different videos, but we'll see. We are planning on taking the camper down to our spot and level Memorial Day weekend, so I will be filming that. And I am still trying to work on getting the build on that lot going, so I will provide updates on that as soon as I can. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts on this video or ideas for future videos, please leave those in the comments below. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and click on that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.